now. How y'all doing out there?
Everybody? We are live.
We're going to discuss some titillating terror from the master of Giallo.
You have two fans of Dario Argento here, and you have me. I'm going to call myself a new person to the Argento world. I've recently watched all the way from Bird with the Crystal Plumage all the way through what I say earlier, Dirk. I think it was an opera, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's still a good range.
I've seen a couple before. I did watch his new one, Dark Sunglasses. So I got a few I have not watched. I have seen Two Evil Eyes, but I'm still relatively new. I'm gonna try not to hate on this too much. Whatever. I'm not the biggest fan right now, but maybe you guys can convince me. I'm definitely gonna give them another shot. Maybe on a rewatch, I'll appreciate them a little more.
Oh yeah.
But that's kind of where we're at on this. I know you guys are both big fans, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shit,
yeah.
Yeah. I still put. I might be in the minority. I still put Fulci a little above. Martino's right there with him too, though. So, but in my opinion, but,
yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I guess we'll go through these comments, or did you want to?
Yeah, man. Now Brad may be here a little bit later. He was feeling a little under the weather, so he may join us a little bit later. But if not, Brad, if you get to feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, man. Hey, Basement. Hey, Tony. What's going on, man? Spicy 4K action. How's it going? What's up, y'all from Texas? Yeah, man. I'm from Louisiana, so you're right next door to me.
What's up, Wrangler?
Yeah. Do a Killer Dolls movie ranking. Okay.
That could be fun.
Could be in the future. Good evening, gents. I've only seen two Italian Jellos, both from Argento.
Me and Holland Oates is almost in the same boat. I've watched quite a bit at this point, but before I started doing this channel and hanging out with a lot of you guys, I hadn't watched a lot. I mean, almost none. So I'm relatively new to the genre for the most part. Last couple of years.
Newbie pops.
Definitely a newbie when it comes to this shit.
Hi guys, looking forward to the picks.
What's going on,
Brent? Mother of Tears. Yeah, man, that's a great one. In my opinion, but we'll get into it a little bit. Hey, Ed Holland. Okay, they're just talking back and forth. Hey, wow. Okay. Yep. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's he's got a range of shit. I mean, a lot of people consider Opera his last great movie, and that's 87.
Yeah.
I got a different opinion. I mean, he's got some good ones in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, or one in particular. It'd be Sleepless, in my opinion, but after that, it ain't a lot. It really ain't. After
the one that I really wanted to watch for the stream that I wasn't able to, I couldn't find it streaming anywhere, and I don't own it, is the movie Sleepless from 2001. Brad was saying that he really enjoys that one, and that's what I was wanting to kind of check out before the stream, but was not able to.
Sleepless is solid. It's pretty solid.
Yeah. But I feel like I've watched enough where I can at least give a honest, at least my honest opinion. I'm sure there's a lot of big fans out there that's probably going to be more into how he shoots the movie and appreciation as far as how he does stuff, whatever. That I'll probably still maybe, like I said, on the second watch I may notice a little more, and I do appreciate that stuff. I do understand why people are big fans of this guy. But like I said, I'm not going to say I'm not a fan. I'm not going to say that I dislike his movies. I'm just not necessarily a fan yet. That's where I stand right now.
Yeah.
So
I think we're going to come deeper into that, but I have some questions for you in the end of the stream about Argento.
Okay.
About your experience. That would be interesting to ask you.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
I also wonder, because I asked Brad, and we were not allowed to take films that Argento, or we were focusing on his directing, right? So
Yeah.
So I hope not any of you have taken any of his just producing roles, or because I didn't. And but should we give some props for the films he has done? Just
like produced, like Demons.
Yeah, and written,
No.
and also actually I saw all of them also now before the stream. Can just show them quick. A Wax Mask.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I saw it today.
Yeah,
I've seen it before.
Okay.
And I saw the acting job he did in Vortex. It's actually
wow.
him.
Damn.
Put
him on the cover. He's gonna sell, right?
I didn't enjoy the film that much. I thought it was a little bit too dragged for Gaspar Noé, but I did think that Argento was acting really good. And the movie you said, Dirk, one of my favorite. Favorite Italian films.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah,
I have that same release. That's a great release.
Absolutely.
That's Lamberto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that film. The first one, it's magic.
I like them both, man. I feel like if you watch them both, you got to watch. If you watch the first one, watch the second one right after. That's how I do it anyway. But it's just one long ass movie, you know.
Yeah.
So have either one of y'all seen his one kind of offbeat movie, the 5 Days?
No, because I didn't get the Severin package.
Yeah, that's another one that I couldn't find anywhere, but I did find a trailer for it. And I actually watched a couple trailers on it. And after watching the trailers, I said, I'm going to skip over that one. And from what I hear, it wasn't very well received. It was he was trying to, change up what he was doing, I guess, by doing this comedy drama or whatever. And looking at the trailer, it looked like definitely not something I was interested in. So I just skipped right over that one. But I guess, this is something else I learned. The first 3 movies, I guess, were called his Animal Trilogy. The Bird with Crystal Plumage, Cat of Nine Tails, 4 Flies on Gray Velvet.
Yeah.
And, like after those, what I've noticed also, like I said, this is me I'm not really telling, I ain't saying this like y'all don't know this. I'm just saying this is what I've noticed. Yeah. And whenever you get to like Deep Red, Inferno, really when you get to Phenomena and Tenebrae, well, really Phenomena, I guess, whatever, it gets to be more, I guess Inferno and Phenomena, it gets to be more supernatural instead of just the guy with the black gloves doing the killing kind of thing.
He kind of goes into that.
And I will say that I was a bigger fan of the little bit later stuff, whatever. The first 3 movies, to me, they were basically one movie. They were more, I could take them or leave them.
Those are, I would consider, more crime driven.
And they weren't necessarily bad movies. It's just they just didn't, like I said, I kept looking at my watch seeing how much time was left. You know what I'm saying on those? I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
But
now, Bird with the Crystal Plumage, there's a few shots that make that movie awesome to me. Like,
oh yeah.
Like the chick on the bed with the black gloves, and every time you see his hand, every time you see the killer's hands, it's always Argento's hands.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. But what do you think?
Should we want to get started with our number 1 pick? What's that?
Number 1.
Our number 3, I guess.
Yeah,
number 3.
Yeah.
Let's start on the top.
We're going way down.
All right, we'll do our number 3 first, I guess. You want me to?
I will also just say I haven't seen Dark Glasses next Friday, or what you call the last Friday, or the.
Yeah, I that's the only one I haven't seen, and.
Yeah, that and Dark Glasses I haven't seen because I couldn't get.
He's got another one that a lot of people don't know about. Pelts.
Yeah, I know. I looked it up.
Yeah, Pelts. It's got Meatloaf of all people as a fucking lead role.
Really?
It's a Masters of Horror though.
Well, okay.
Yeah, it's under 55 minutes.
Kind of shit. Yeah.
So it's a.
I haven't watched any of the Masters of Horror stuff, so I haven't watched any of that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll start with my number 3 then. Get the ball rolling here. And guys, y'all take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm real new to Argento. I'm sure this is going to be blasphemy to a lot of people. But I'm going to put number 3. I'm actually going to put Dark Glasses as my number 3. Now that being said, there's a lot I hadn't seen. A lot of them go back and rewatch again. But Dark Glasses was actually pretty enjoyable. Basically you got It's got Asia Argento, which I think is his daughter, right?
Yeah.
And she basically plays the lady that gets injured, becomes blind, and she's basically being chased by this guy who's killing like prostitutes. You know, she's a prostitute, and she basically is being chased by this killer in her car or whatever. She hits a family, and this isn't really spoiler. I think you see all this in the trailer. She hits a family and whatever, and kills the parents. And you have this little Oriental kid that is in an orphanage. Well, from the wreck, she becomes blind. And the basis of the story is she ends up, reconnecting with this kid from the orphanage, whatever, to apologize. He ends up kind of being her seeing eye dog, so to speak, whatever, to help kind of track down this killer. So that's the gist of the movie, and I thought it was done really well. I enjoyed it. Now, as far as comparing this to any of Argento's older stuff, I'm not the guy to ask for that. Just as a movie itself, out of what I've watched, it put this one number 3 for me. Yeah, I think you guys will probably enjoy it. I mean, it was good. It was well done, I thought. Asia Argento did a good job in it, I thought.
Yeah. I didn't think that the woman that was blind was Asia though.
I think she was. Let me make sure my notes ain't wrong. Hold on.
I'm looking because I watched it and
okay, it says Asia Argento was Rita. The main girl, I think, was this shows how little I know. The main girl was Alenia Pastorelli, maybe.
Yeah, because I was
thinking that main girl was Asia Argento. I know she was in a lot of her movies, a lot of his movies, and I seen her name in the credits. I just assumed that was her.
Right.
But she's second cast here, so she must be the girl's best friend of the movie.
Asia or Asia, however you want to say her name, she looks just like Argento to me. So she's not that.
Well, I'm thinking that Asia Argento must have been this girl's best friend in the movie, is what I'm thinking, which makes more sense because she's probably a little bit older than the main star. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, it was a good movie. I haven't really heard much about it as far as if hardcore Argento fans are hating on it or not. Are they liking their fans? I don't really know. Maybe people in the chat can let me know. But that's as of right now, it's my number 3. As I rewatch the rest of his movie or watch the rest of his movies and rewatch some, that might change. It probably will. But anyway, that's what I got for my number 3.
Okay.
How about you guys, man?
Yeah, I haven't seen Dark Glasses yet, so I'm really looking forward to see that one when I finally get it. And it's good to hear that he makes good stuff still. On my third place is Phenomena.
Okay. Yeah.
I was thinking actually that it was going to get a higher place since I saw it again before one of our streams earlier, and I loved it. But what I think with the movie is that I do think what's great with the film is that he managed to mix the jolly stuff within what I call like his kind of fairy tale of filmmaking. So for me, I think it's probably his most kind of dreamy fairy tale movie. And you
got the Iron Maiden and the Motorhead in there too, man. It's
I was just going to say there that he has crazy music all over the place in this film. It's Iron Maiden, Motorhead, but I also want to say Goblin because they are taking over the scenery half of the film. And you also have Donald Pleasance that is doing a always great job. He's always good in everything. But what steals the show in this one is, like I said on the last stream we had, is Jennifer Connelly. I think it's insane that she was so young and acted so good, and she has gotten so little praise for that role. I think that's one of the best kind of child acting I've seen on a film ever. I really, really dig her. And she does really tricky things also because they keep the camera rolling. So she goes from like being happy, scared, sad in one shot. And that was something I was just amazed when I saw it again. What's more is it's...
Yeah, I You got Donald Pleasance in there, man. I mean, it's got a ton of stuff going. Daria Nicolodi. I mean, it's just a great film, man, all the way around. I mean,
Yeah.
The atmosphere, the shit, just it's batshit insane. You know, like it doesn't take place in reality. But
No. But that's the thing, because I think he managed to mix it a bit. Because when she meet those kids or those teenagers, boys later on, it's like then you are suddenly into reality again in the middle of all this fantasy, fairy tale storytelling, and it begins like in the film. It says it begins with a Danish girl, but she is Norwegian. You can hear when she talks, she's Norwegian, and I just have to say that. Be proud from Norway. And she gets killed, of course. but I do love the film. It was hard to put it on the third place. I really wanted it to be higher, but those next two is the creme de la creme.
Right. Hell yeah, man. Solid pick.
Good deal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dirk with his Argento theme going on back there. Those fancy lights he's got going on.
Yeah.
Like you just did some shrooms for you went live or something.
Yeah. I just dropped. I dropped 10 block. Had to get in the mood. Yeah, it's gonna be a surprise. It's kind of a surprise to me going through them, man. I was watching. Shit, I must have watched 10 of them at least. I went back, but I got to go with Inferno, and this is Argento's least liked film because he had hepatitis during the making of this, and Lamberto Bava shot most of it. Mario Bava did like the special effects, but so I'll just read like the synopsis. An American college student in Rome and his sister in New York investigate a series of murders in both locations where their resident addresses are the domain of two covens of witches. So this is part 2 of the Three Mothers trilogy. So I wouldn't recommend watching this on its own. Watch this if you've never seen Suspiria. Go watch that first, and then watch this. This is part 2, the second mother. But yeah, man, that underwater scene in this movie is just
I did enjoy that.
It was fucking amazing. He hired a synchronized swimmer, Irene Miracle. I think that's her name, Irene Miracle. He hired her just for that, because of that reason. And I found out, like, so her hair was falling out and shit because there was something. What the hell was it? I guess because something was wrong. He thought she was gonna die or some shit, so he killed her ass off. That's the whole reason she gets killed off in the movie. He didn't think she was gonna make it through the movie because her hair was falling out. He was kind of pissed about it. He wanted to have long flowing hair and shit. And but he was fucked up too, sick. So like I said, Lamberto Bava, he had to shoot most of this movie. He also said that after he made this movie, that he never wants to see a fucking cat again, because he fucking had to handle all those cats, and he's fucking throwing the cats at the actors and shit. You know, he said he's just sick of cats, man. He would never sit in a room with a cat again. But yeah, just Inferno's just. I didn't think it was going to be I didn't think it was going to hit my number 3 spot after going through all these. That really blew my mind. But I'm trying to find out some. Oh yeah, so Suspiria. Let me just put it this way: Inferno. He took the basis of Hansel and Gretel, like the kid's story, and he based his plot off of fucking Hansel and Gretel, because you got the brother and the sister, you know, and then you got the witches and shit. But I think it's in. Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought. Sorry, y'all. But
it happens, man.
Let's see. Look at my stuff. Daria Nicolodi, she didn't fight Argento, but she claims that because these stories, the three mothers, Nicolodi says that they came from her grandmother, a personal experience that happened to her grandmother. I don't know if y'all knew that, but her grandmother went to a ballet school and said that there was a coven of witches. So there's like a big debate between Nicolodi and Argento that Argento says that no, he met with real black magic practitioners and he believed this shit to be true, that in London, he said London, I think Germany and France, there was 3 different covens of witches, and he believed that they control the fucking world, just like in these movies. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's kind of straying off the point a little bit, but I'm kind of going on too long too, I guess.
No, you're good, man.
But let's see. So in this one though, you find out about the 3 mothers, more detailed. The Mater Suspiriorum lives in Freiburg, Germany. The mother of sighs, and she's the oldest of the 3. Mater Lacrimarum, the most beautiful of the sisters, the mother of tears. She resides in Rome, and then Mater Tenebrarum resides in New York, which is where Inferno takes place. But yeah, it's just a great movie, man. If you've never seen Inferno, watch Suspiria first, then watch Inferno. Great flick. Like I said, Argento hates on it, but Lamberto Bava, you could really consider this his film, but Dario's name's on it, so it's going to be my number 3.
Hey.
I probably went on a little too long, but
no, absolutely not. It's a good film. Really like it.
Yeah, I had tons of notes on that shit. But okay, spicy 4K action. Only seen Bird with the Crystal Plumage and Cat of Nine Tails. Man, you're doing yourself a disservice. I promise.
Yeah, they do get better, man. They do get better after that.
Some people love Bird with the Crystal the most, but hardly anybody tells me that Cat of Nine Tails is going to be their favorite. I've never heard that, but
yeah, and you have also that people are loving the Deep Red, and yeah. I found that like his biggest kind of jelly film. Mm-hmm. So you have the two sides of people liking this.
Yeah, Deep Red. I mean, yeah. Wild Wrangler. Looking forward to Gizmo list and Dirt Butterflies on Pop's list. Yeah. I guess he's talking about the Creepers phenomena.
Yeah.
Movie within a movie within a movie. Demons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did it first.
I was a big Demons fan. I really like Demons a lot. That was a fun movie.
Hell yeah, man. Good. I love Inferno. Hell yeah. Masters of Horror, Peltz, John Saxon in it. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. Yeah. I just remember Meatloaf being in the lead. It's been a while since I've seen that shit, but that is crazy seeing her. It's about a killer coat. It's a fur coat that kills people. It's more wacky than most of this shit, Asia Argento, sexy. I guess so. If you like the way Dario's face looks.
No, fuck you. I never told about that.
It's like basically Dario Argento's face on a woman,
No,
that's Asia.
I don't agree with Dirk, but he can have his opinion.
Either Brad's had a stroke or he's giving us the fucking lunch codes.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's got going on there.
He's sending us some kind of Latin
message. It's just one of the scripts to the Italian films.
Right.
Yeah. I feel better, buddy.
I agree, Brad. Oh, yeah. Suspiria, all 3 of them, really, man. Well, no, I ain't going to say that. Suspiria and Inferno definitely are both like fairy tales. He based Suspiria off of Snow White, and he based Inferno off Hansel and Gretel. Yeah, man. Get better. Drink water. Shit. I need to check out Phenomena. Yeah, man. I think you'll dig it. For sure.
Yeah.
Second Mother is beautiful in Classroom. Yeah, that's in Inferno. I forgot to mention that. So in Inferno, I didn't realize this, but I recently found this out. That's the Mother of Tears that's in the classroom with Mark. You know what I'm talking about? When Mark, they got the headphones on and they're in the classroom, and you see that woman looking at him crazy and whispering some shit.
Oh yeah.
And the fucking wind's blowing, and she got that cat and she's stroking. That's the Mother of Tears from she's from Rome, but I guess she fucking flew in or something. I don't know how the fuck she did it, but you know.
But that's another thing with the Jallis Italians. You
Yeah.
don't know geographic, because suddenly they are there and suddenly they are there, and
Yeah.
it's just, you just need to swallow it.
No, that's right. Mark and his sister were in Rome, so that makes sense that the Mother of Tears would be there. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Brian? What's going on?
What's going on, bro?
Man,
Where's Brad at? Did he fall in the bathroom again?
Unsure.
Yeah,
he's not feeling well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, man, he got a bug going or something. Okay. Wild Wrangler saying hey to Brian, saying hey back, hey Brian,
Possibly, yeah.
I love Bird with Crystal, probably my 6th or 7th in ranking. Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, it's got some really good shot, like scenes in it. Like as a whole, it's not my favorite. You know, I think the reveal is pretty cool. But yeah. Do you think we get Inferno on 4K anytime soon? Man, I hope so. I really hope so. Because it
probably Arrow.
Yeah. Just for that damn underwater scene. And that dude, Mark, I forgot to mention that. That guy, Mark, Nick, what's his damn name? Shit. I'm all fucked up. Damn, I thought I wrote his damn name down. Yeah, I did. Shit. Damn it.
I can just say in
I can't think of his
we
name.
have
Mark from Inferno. He when he's running through there, all that shit he had to do himself, man. Stunts. They're like, fuck it, you know, do your own stunts, kind of shit, you know.
Save the budget a little
bit. Man. What are you gonna do? Argento's Black Cat segment of Two Evil Eyes is great. Awesome performance from Harvey Keitel too. I did
like
Evil Eyes,
that double feature.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like it, man.
No,
that's one I don't fucking like. I don't like the Romero, and I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like Creepshow, but worse, way worse than Creepshow. You know, like it could almost be Creepshow, but it's not fucking Creepshow. So I don't know.
I really love Argento's film, but not.
Johnny sent me that. Sent me that on DVD a couple years ago, and I watched it right after he sent it to me. Whatever. I haven't watched it since, but I remember enjoying it.
Mother of Tears flew on her broom. Yeah, man. Yeah, she had to come in there. She knew something was going on. They're trying to uncover some shit. They're trying to figure shit out. But
so we're ready for our number 2 here.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the edge of their seats as far as my non-educated ass is going to pick here, but
yeah, man, I'm ready to see what you pick. That's what was more interesting to me, to see what you're gonna pick.
I kind of went and I have this release, but I couldn't find it. I think it might be other room over there in my closet. But anyway, my number 2 is going to be Phenomenon. Our Creepers, I guess it was over here. Jennifer Connelly, man's great in this, like Gizmo was saying. She was absolutely fantastic in this, and I'm surprised she doesn't get more things said about her role in this as well. Donald Pleasance, it was interesting seeing him in this. You know, of course, he's in a wheelchair. The only thing I've really ever seen Donald Pleasance in was the Halloween movies. So seeing him in this, whatever, was kind of wild. But basically, you have a young girl who has an amazing ability to communicate with insects, is transferred to an exclusive Swiss boarding school where unusual capability might help solve a string of murders. So she goes off basically. This is the crazy part for me. She goes off with her pet fly, on the bus with her pet fly in the box, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. This movie I found out was shot in English and dubbed in Italian, which I didn't know. I mean, I know these are Italian films, whatever, but this was actually shot in English and dubbed in the Italian language. The monkey in the movie, the chimpanzee in the movie, actually was very violent towards Jennifer Connelly. Supposedly, Argento kept getting aggravated that the monkey kept turning around in the shots, and basically asked Jennifer to get the monkey and physically turn him around. Well, he bit the shit out of her. And one thing I read is that he bit the and this could be bullshit, I don't know, but he bit the end of one of her fingers off, and she had to go to the hospital and get it reattached. That might be just one of those stories that have built over the years.
Somebody exaggerated.
Yeah, right. Now I will say the opening scene from this movie is probably my favorite of any of the ones I've watched. The girl get left by the bus, going into the house. I'm not the scene where the glass breaks behind her, and next thing you see the head going in the water. I could tell the scene with the glass, whatever, that was definitely probably some Argento shit. It seemed like that would be something that everybody,
that's one of his staples,
But I'm a big slasher guy. Slasher's my number one genre, whatever. And the opening shot, her going through the house, whatever, I kind of felt that vibe a little more than some of the other ones I had watched. Up at this point. So right off the bat, I was more invested in this from the start, So like I said, I enjoyed it. It almost made my number one. I kind of went back and forth. Now Argento did say that this was a favorite film he's ever done. This is his favorite film he's ever made. At least what I read anyway.
Well, hell yeah, we got his worst and we got his favorite.
Yeah. And the story where Jennifer tells about her mother abandoning her was an actual story from Dario Argento's own childhood. So that's where that came from. That's really all the notes I took on it. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It had some really cool effects. The bugs going across the moon, all the flies, all that shit, whatever. All that was really cool. The way they shot all that was really neat. I read about how they did all the shooting for that. This was definitely more in my vein. This movie was. This is a movie that I could definitely see. I could go back and watch, at any given time and still enjoy it.
This would be one like a good watch along, man.
Yeah, it would.
I feel
it would. And of course, you have the chimpanzee, whatever, he's doing his little killing spree, whatever. That was all that was interesting. Like I said, it was different. It was definitely a different type movie.
Yeah. What do you think about that little kid on that boat?
Yeah. But it was a fun one, man. Like I said, from what I watched, like I said, I pretty much pile drive through these things over about 2 or 3 days. This is the one I walked away from and go, kind of like that, So definitely had to make the list. So that's where it sits for me, number 2.
It's got one of the more solid soundtracks to me out of every Argento. I mean,
and I joke all the time that when it comes to Argento, he's too artsy fartsy for me. Okay, well, there's red, there's blue. Ooh, whatever. But I felt like in this movie here, whatever, it didn't take me out of the movie. It kind of added to it. I felt like the way he probably wanted everybody to feel. It didn't bother me so much in this movie here. I don't know. Some of his earlier movies, whatever, like I said last night, we were on the other stream we were on. They're walking through the house like, goddamn, are they on Mars? Look how fucking red it is outside. I mean, I felt like it was just a little too much for me. But this movie here didn't bother me as much as far as that goes. I'm definitely not an artsy fartsy guy. I'm a naked titties running through the woods with a guy in a hockey mask chasing them. That's my kind of movie. And so I'm definitely not cultured. I'm definitely not artsy fartsy. I don't drink my tea with my pinky sticking out. So these movies here are definitely a culture shock for me. So maybe that's why I need to give them a second watch. Do appreciate what they are. I know there's a huge fan base. I ain't shitting on none of that. But like I said, I'm just not a fan yet. But this movie here would be probably should have been my number 1, but it got eaten out by another one just a little bit. Okay. That's what I got.
Hell yeah, man. Can't go wrong with Phenomena.
Yeah, the coloring also with the blue light they have outside all the time is so beautiful in the film. Every time you are inside a house, you see everything is blue outside. That thing I really loved with Phenomena.
Yeah. And the shot with Jennifer Connelly's hair blowing, whatever, such an iconic shot. You know, it's just, I don't know. I know she's probably under 18, so I ain't gonna say nothing about her, but she's a looker.
Yeah,
you know, she's probably under 18 in that movie for sure.
And it's like he's like, I took a little of this, took a little of this, took a little of that, and just fucking threw it all together in that phenomenon, you know.
But you remember that shot with Jennifer Connelly when she's standing in front of those all the other children in the place, and they have like this long shot that lasts for probably 2 minutes or something, where she is acting from being questionable, being scared, and suddenly start almost crying. That shot is like the best in the entire film, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your number 2 gonna be?
Yeah, this film has been my number 1 for years and years. It was so hard to put it down on the list because I love this film so much. But I would say it's his most kind of, like Pops were saying with Arty Farty, this is his most arty film. And but I do also think it's his most loved film, and it's Suspiria.
Okay. Yeah, you got to break out the nice mother's book.
Yeah,
fucking shit.
I have this. That's the best, you know, with the picture. It's Suspiria is like the first 20 minutes of Suspiria. If the whole movie was like that, I would say it's the best movie ever made, because the first, or it's not 20 minutes, it's actually 18 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh shit.
I'm sitting there glued every time I watch it, because, you know, from the airport and out, it's like everything feels like we are going into this nightmare you don't want to be at all. It's like
she's coming from America, and then she's going through the glass doors. It's like Alice through the glass.
The doors open with the storm going on and everything. It was just like, that was a pretty cool shot. That was
and
a
the
cool
fucking
shot.
Yeah, so I don't know, but the first, if the whole movie was like that, it would be the best movie for me ever made. But I think the middle part of the film kind of loses a little bit of the fantasy stuff, but then the last 20 minutes is just pure nightmare, and it doesn't stop. It's like when it first begins, you don't have a break for the entire film, and the ending. Now we'll hear a little bit kind of negative here, because, and I do love this film so damn much, but the ending is kind of a little bit weak in my opinion, because if it was up to me, I would say cut the film before we actually see the kill of the bad guy, because if they had done that, I would have walked away from the film with a nightmare inside me. But they kind of end the story for me in that film. They shouldn't have ended it. That's my point. But I do love it. The music, the cinematography, how they build the sets, it's insane. And it's really a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, man, you can't go wrong with Suspiria.
And I also want to recommend actually the remake. I never do that, but in this case I will, because I do think the remake also is really good. Not by Argento though, but
yeah, that's who's that?
I've never seen the remake.
I think it's from East Europe someplace. The guy who made it, isn't it?
Damn,
I don't remember the name.
I usually know. No, I can't think. I'm drawing a fucking blank right now.
Yeah, I'm bad also, but
yeah.
So I don't know what more to say. I think
you're trying to find out the director. Luca Guadagnino.
Yeah, he's an art house director from before, so that was his first kind of big movie, I would say.
Okay, I was thinking of somebody else. I would have been wrong. So. Well, yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I guess my number 2 is going to be it's got to be Tenebrae, which is kind of a surprise again, because this has been my number 1 for a long time. but going back through them and finding out shit that you find out, still fucking great. Great fucking movie. Great release by Synapse. Arrow's got the same discs, but I just like this artwork better, a little better. But anyway, yeah, it's probably his fucking meanest film for sure. I mean, it is fucking mean, and it's his probably most personal film as well, because I think he had a stalker, and that's how he wrote this damn movie. Somebody got killed where he was staying at. Somebody got shot down and shit where he was staying at. It got real, you know. He was like, "Oh damn, what the hell?" But so an American writer in Rome is stalked and harassed by a serial killer who is murdering everyone associated with his work on his latest book. And it's more modern. This one, out of his other films, it's more of a modern type. He's not using like the deep reds and the blues and shit like he usually does. He kind of muted the colors a little bit, but
a lot of whites.
Yeah, a lot of shit like that. That second half, that 2-minute crane shot around the building, circling around, that's fucking awesome. This movie's still banned in Germany to this day, and I guess whoever the FSK is, I guess they're like the MPA, they said it always will be banned, which is crazy to me, because I've seen way worse movies than this, but from Germany.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Quentin Tarantino says it's his favorite kill on screen, because of the goddamn, says the axe scene, his favorite kill, because the imagery, especially when she paints the wall with her blood. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Tenebrae means darkness of shadows. It is a Latin Italian term. And this tripped me out. Christopher Walken was gonna play the lead role of Peter, which that'd be a fucking trip to see that shit, especially the way that the movie ends and shit. Let's see. Argento's trademarks: murder victim crashed through windows. A character recalls clues from memory. Close-up shots of black leather gloves, hands that are Argento's. Peter quotes a phrase from a Sherlock Holmes story: "The sign of 4. How often have I said to you that when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth." I like that shit in the movie, that little saying, because when you find out at the end what's going on, it kind of it kind of ties it all together. But Tenebrae, man, check this shit out. It's a giallo slasher. That's how I can consider this to be.
Yeah,
and there's like some real shit going on in this movie. And even that damn Doberman Pinscher in the movie is taken from an old mystery novel or some shit. I can't remember the name of it. But great shit. Check it out. That's going to be my number 2.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Good pick.
Argento's Black Cat segment of Two Evil Eyes is great. Awesome performance by Harvey Keitel. Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of people like it, man. I don't like Two Evil Eyes. I don't like either story. I don't know. Just don't hit for me. But Mother of Tears. Yeah. We already did that one. Yeah, Romero's Tale isn't as good. Yeah, no. Killer and Phenomena is creepy. Shit, yeah. I
The
love
monkey.
when they play that Flash of the Blade. Hell yeah, that's the Flash of the Blade kicks in. Shit. Hulk Hogan drank tea with his pinky hanging out while wearing a tutu and Mr. Nanny.
There you go.
That's
He
art
must be a
house.
big Argento. He must be a big Argento fan.
Jennifer Connelly was 15 in Phenomena. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I seen that in the chat when Dirk was talking, and I got a rebuttal for that. This movie came out in fucking 1985. I was 14 in 1985, turned 15. So me and Jennifer Connelly is the same fucking age. So it ain't creepy that my 51-year-old ass is saying this, because she's also 51 now too. So we were 15 at the same time. So
it'd be good to go. It'd be like in Requiem for a Dream.
Good to go, man. Good to
go. Pop, have you seen Going to Pieces, the rise and fall of the slasher films documentary?
Huh. I have not, but I love a horror documentary. I'm gonna take a note of that. Wild Wrangler, I'll definitely check it out, man. I'll let you know when I do. I have not seen that one yet.
Yeah,
Pops, you need to see Blood and Guts first.
Blood and Guts.
Yeah, that documentary you have from Winger Syndrome, partner label.
Yes, yeah. Okay. All right, yeah, I got to watch that one too. I got so much shit to watch, y'all. So much shit to watch. I'm sure y'all understand.
Yeah. We are all in the same boat.
I'm making a note of that Going to Pieces, whatever. I'm going to check that one out too. I might just throw one on after the stream here tonight. Yeah, I got a stack of movies over here that I want to get watched. I was trying to watch this week, and I've got through about half of them. So I'm working on it.
Hell yeah. 2006 doc release.
Well, I appreciate the recommendation, man. I'll check it out for sure.
Oh, here comes Brad. Okay.
Oh, he's coherent again. Welcome back.
Yeah. The story of the ultimate butterface, the lovable cat eaten home wrecker with a heart of gold.
I checked it up.
I guess I haven't seen that shit.
No, I checked it up with Jennifer. It's based on because I was speaking to Brad about it. It's based on a Norwegian, not fairy tale, but how you say, like a myth story.
Okay.
From
that's the Master of Horrors, right? That's the episode of Master of Horrors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I like that one. It's really good.
All right. I'll move on to my number one then.
Numero uno.
Yeah, and Dirk, you kind of stole my thunder a little bit, man. My number one is Tenebrae. I love this fucking this cover, by the way.
Okay. That's the original.
Supposedly, I think this is the one that was banned, and they had redone the poster, put like a red ribbon around her neck or some shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
From what I read, I think this is the cover they were talking about. But I was going through my notes as you were talking, Dirk, and you pretty much hit all the high points that I was going to talk about. You hit Quentin Tarantino, you hit the fucking band in Germany. So if y'all sit there and watch a goofy guy fucking stare at the camera and be confused for 5 minutes here. But I'll just go for what I got here real fast. American writer in Rome, stalked and harassed by a serial killer who was murdering everyone associated with his work on his latest book. This movie here was more in my vein. Like you said, it was a Giallo / slasher movie. I looked at this being more of a slasher movie than a Giallo, really. That whole scene of the girl being chased by that dog, fuck that dog, by the way. But that girl being chased by that dog, that was a persistent son of a bitch. She must have had a fucking pork chop in her pocket. That dog was after her ass.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
I got I got a childhood fear of Doberman Pinschers. Me and my brother were walking home one day, and we had a neighbor down the street. There was this trail we had to walk to get to our house, and he had a fucking Doberman Pinscher, and everybody knew this fucking dog would rip your fucking throat out. Well, this dog comes running out of their fucking garage, coming beeline right to me and my brother, 100 miles an hour. Right before that motherfucker got to us, the owner came out and whistled or snapped, and that motherfucker stopped in his tracks and turned around and went back. I was about 8. And if that motherfucker wanted to come out, he'd have killed us. Or I'd have killed that motherfucker, one of the two. But yes, ever since then, I've kind of had a back of my mind kind of fear of fucking Doberman Pinschers. That shot kind of hit home a little bit. I'm a big John Saxon fan. It was cool seeing him in this. It was kind of a weird role for John Saxon, playing the publisher or the agent, whatever he was. Right. I'm used to seeing John Saxon as being like the cop, kind of the baddie, or whatever. And this, he was more the not really flamboyant, but more of the regular guy. And that's something I really hadn't seen John Saxon play, at least what I've seen of his filmography, which is probably really isn't a lot. The Christopher Walken thing you mentioned, I had that on here. Christopher Walken makes everything better. I would love to see him in this role. I think he'd have done a great job.
Yeah.
But
I wonder how well
I
wonder how well Walken would have got along with Argento though, because Argento didn't get along with the guy playing Peter. I didn't write his fucking name.
He said that he was the worst actor he's ever dealt with or whatever. It was very difficult to deal with. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how he would have dealt with Walken.
And the only other note I have on here, and this goes back to me earlier about how cultured I am. My bottom note here says, it says big Italian titties. That's what I have for my final note here. Just I wouldn't forget to talk about it. The whole scene, they're in the apartment with the girls upstairs, and she was a looker. That was worth price of admission. But it was a good movie. It was an enjoyable one. I didn't catch myself, like I said, looking at my watch, seeing how much time was left. This one here actually got my attention, which to me is an improvement over some of the earlier works of Argento from what I've seen so far. So this one here, it eked out phenomena just by a little bit. And probably it was the whole scene with the dog. It was a twist ending I really enjoyed. This one here it's a keeper. I'm a big fan of this release, and this is one I'll definitely go back and watch again. So I had to put it at number 1.
Shit, man. It's been my number 1 for a long time, and then doing this shit, now shit's done flip. So, crazy how that shit worked, But it's still fucking great fucking movie.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, nice pick. I will probably surprise you a lot now with my pick. I think this is, in many ways, Argento's, 2 of his films that I look at as pure concepts movies. And what I mean about that is that I actually don't care that much about the story in the film. I care more about everything that I've done technically, and also, everything. And it's, of course, Tenebrae.
Okay.
So,
well, we all picked Tenebrae. So.
Nice.
Yeah, and you stole my thunder as well, but both of you actually.
All I talked about was the big Italian titties. That's all I talked about. So
so I can't talk about them either, Pops. So
well, we forgot to mention. No, I ain't gonna say that.
I will just give more props to the fucking dog, because that dog is the best dog I've seen in a film. It beats Beethoven by miles. It's so damn scary, that dog.
Hell yeah.
It really is. Really is.
It is. And it's one of the scenes I remember most also from any films I've seen, because it lasts so long and it's so crazy and it comes out of nowhere. So it's like a weird scene. I don't know what more to say. Goblin is good in this one as well.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the crane shot that Dirk talked about. I'm in the industry, and I know that cinematographers all around the world are talking about his cinematography in Tenebrae. It's insane how they managed to time everything right, and they only have 3 cuts. You can see one of the cuts softly when they go over the roof, but still, they managed to make I think it's 6 minutes it lasts or something, 6 or 7 or something. It's a beautiful scene.
Oh yeah, man. Shit, yeah.
I feel more educated. I got the same number 1 as Gizmo there. So,
yeah,
nice.
I think
it's kind of crazy that this shit's flopped on me like this, but my number 1 is gonna be it's gonna be this Mother of Tears, man. No, I'm fucking around, man. It's not gonna be. It's not,
I was excited. Derek, I was hoping that was your number 1, so I could hear that.
No, this fucking ending ruins the fucking movie for me. But yeah, but
I don't have
your shit's black, man. What the hell's going on? You got a 4K or something?
No, but I have the. What the fuck is this? German release.
Okay. Well, my number 1 is gonna be, I mean, it's no fucking mystery, probably Suspiria, man. And But I've been having this one, man. This is the Italian release, I believe. But I picked this one up. This one right here looks fucking great, but the features on it are not fucking in English. There's no English subtitles. It fucking sucks. Like, it's like, what the fuck? I can't, so I got this from Brad recently. And this motherfucker is loaded with packed full of features, man. But yeah, I fell in love with this movie all over again. It's my first fucking Argento I ever seen. So I wrote a little something down, man. I'm gonna just read it right quick. So this is my opinion. Suspiria is by far Argento's perfect film, a perfect mixture of great meticulous architecture, colors used in a way that had never been seen on film, a simple plot, and supposed truth to this being based on Daria Nicolodi's grandmother. Her story, because that's neither here or there who come up with that shit, but the music perfectly placed for every moment. It's got the best visuals, hands down. I feel like I'm in a dream when I watch it. Argento also believes in the supernatural and a dark force controlling the world. Dream logic, reality, that's how really you need to watch it. It's like a lot of shit ain't making sense. Like the fucking doorknobs are raised higher. Because originally Argento wanted to shoot this for, he wanted 12-year-old girls to play this shit. So he didn't rewrite the script because they weren't going to allow him. His dad wouldn't allow him. His dad was a producer, and he's like, no, this shit'll get banned if we use little kids. I'm glad they didn't. But let's see. And something else I didn't realize after doing this deep dive. So the blind man in the scene where he's in the square, okay, Adolf Hitler was there. Adolf Hitler was really there, and they burned all kind of damn books. I think 50,000 people seen them burn these books in that square. But when that blind guy's in there, you see these fucking shadows pass on a building. Did y'all notice that shit? I never noticed it before until this last rewatch. You'll see these shadows fucking, and you see an aerial coming above the blind man coming down, but you'll see these shadows, and it looks like fucking witches on brooms. That fucking shit is creepy as hell. It tripped me the fuck out watching it this go around. I was like, what the shit, man?
I better pick up on that. I'll have to check it out.
But
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, I mean, his shit's like disturbingly grotesque and beautiful at the same time. That's how I describe Argento. Let's see. Goblin is the pulse of the film, a true nightmare on screen. Originally, Argento was wanted. Well, I already said all that shit. Okay, I'm tripping. Oh yeah, and Helena Marcos was a 90-year-old prostitute that fucking Argento picked up off the streets of Rome. She's the mother Suspiriorum, Mater Suspiriorum or whatever. The mother of Sighs. He picked up a 90-year-old prostitute to play that role. And she's uncredited. Her name's not in there or nothing. Let's see. Yeah, I had mentioned that earlier about the Snow White theme. So he made the cinematographer Luciano Tovelli. He made him watch Snow White, the 1937 version, and told him to take the colors of Snow White, and he wanted that to be in fucking Suspiria. He wanted it to be just like Snow White when he told the cinematographer. The color scheme. And let's see.
What, like the 1930 whatever Snow White been in fucking black and white?
No, 1937 was in color.
Yeah, I guess I'm going with the win. I guess. Yeah. Okay. I got you. I'm with you. I ain't up on my 30s cinema.
Right. It was filmed without sound and later dubbed. Let's see. Just like Mark in Inferno, he made Jessica Harper fucking run through there with shit exploding and shit at the end. She had to do that shit too, you know. It's like he likes to fucking torture his actors, I guess. But and like there's a big debate between Nickelodeon and Argento. He said he met fucking black magic practitioners and all this shit. But anyway, kind of running on a little. Trying to make sure I got this one thing I was trying to find about the damn. A lot of people thought it was Technicolor, but it's not. It's not Technicolor. They shot it. What was it? Let's see. Yeah, they shot it on Eastman color stock with select prints made using one of the last 3 strip surviving machines before it was destroyed. It allowed them to adjust the 3 separate red, blue, and green channels, making it possible to cover the screen in a single primary hue. Suspiria means to sigh or sighed, but it also possibly means whispered. It has to do with the difference in Italian and Spanish language from the Latin root. Mater Suspiriorum, the mother of sighs, Helena Marcos. Argento contemplated suicide after finishing the film. He was so depressed. I didn't know that shit. I was like, what the fuck? He wanted to kill himself after making Suspiria. But yeah, man, I might have bored the shit out of everybody.
Not at all. I will just add also that they almost didn't take any sound on when they filmed this, but that's normal in Italy. But I love what they did in the post-production with sound, where you hear the voices are really low sometimes, so you're actually starting to listen.
Yeah.
And then the screams are so pitched high. So it terrified the hell out of me when I was little. Yeah.
Helena Marcos, her voice though, so fucking raspy at the end and shit. That and that, you know, and then her friend coming out with the damn pins in her eyes and shit. That shit's fucking creepy. With the creepy ass laugh, and that's a fucking visual, man. Made of nightmares. So to me, like the way Suspiria does, it starts out right out the gate. You got this fucking crazy atmosphere going on with the wind fucking blowing and rain and shit. And then it's like you got the Black Forest and all this shit. Supposedly, I think Hitler's camp was in those fucking woods too, from what I understand. Like he had a hidden camp out there. I forgot to mention that the teacher. She plays she's awesome. Miss Tanner, is that her name?
I don't know her name.
You know what I'm talking about? The dance teacher?
Yeah.
She's fucking solid in this movie. And then the Madame Blanc or whatever, she was in the old school Dark Shadows TV show. So I'm sure Argento was a big fan of that shit. You know what I mean? Because Dark Shadows was worldwide. But yeah, man. I didn't think it was going to happen, but Suspiria knocked Tenebrae out for me. But if you haven't seen
Mothers
Suspiria,
of Tears,
I suggest start with Suspiria, man. I mean, if you've never seen one Argento,
yeah,
that's watch Suspiria first, maybe. To be honest, though, watch Suspiria, then watch Inferno, and then watch Mother of Tears. It just makes so much more fucking sense. You know, if you watch it in that order, you know, I've sat down and did that shit. I had a whole fucking day one day, and I watched all 3 of them. I was like, fuck, I love this shit a lot better. So, but if you break them up and try to fucking watch them separate, you're gonna be fucked. But yeah, man, it's my number one.
That's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Hope I didn't ramble too long.
No,
No, man. Well, good information, man. Like I said, I appreciate the insight. Like I said, I don't want to be a hater of Argento, but I do appreciate what he has a lot of fans and stuff, and the more I know, the more I maybe will get an appreciation for him, but ain't got it yet. But I see it.
Oh, Brad says Norwegian mythology.
It's about Huldra, the Jennifer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, Pop's important note that Dirk did not have tits. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you can't leave that out, man.
That was lesbian tits. Or no, I guess she was bisexual. Because she was arguing with her lesbian lover because she was going to go get some dick.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. My number 2 is Trauma. Tom Savini effects. I like the mechanical decapitation machine. Asia's bare tits with her dad filming. The movie is totally insane with the lizards and whatnot. It's great. Yeah, man. Fucking Trauma's fucking awesome. I love it.
I know we're not doing honorable mentions, but if we were doing honorable mentions, that would be mine. I did like Trauma as well.
Okay.
And so that would probably be my honorable mention. I probably should have put that ahead of Dark Glasses, whatever, but Dark Glasses was good. But like I said, Trauma would definitely be my honorable mention if we're doing those.
Trauma is pretty fucking original, and I think was it 93 when that came out. It's
sounds about right.
It's a pretty fucking good original story, and the killer reveal is like, what the fuck? This comes out of nowhere. You're like, what the fuck just happened? But Pops, I have you seen documentary Nightmares in Red, White and Blue, narrated by Lance Henriksen, 2009 release.
I have not.
No,
well, I'll make another name of that one. Damn, you give me some documentaries to watch. I like it.
Yep. Yeah.
And Lance Henriksen, he's one of my favorites. So I'm kind of surprised I hadn't seen that one. I might have started watching it, realize I have, but I don't think I have.
I think I forgot to say it, but I actually watched the Argento cut of Dawn of the Dead today. I hadn't seen it before.
I have never seen it.
Okay.
I hate fucking Dawn of the Dead, and I'm in the minority, I know, but
I don't love the film, but I think the Argento cut is by far the best because
I
he
keep
takes
hearing
away.
That, but I hear that a lot. But I'm gonna tell you something, Gizmo. I hear that the Argento cut's better, but I only hear that shit from people from the UK or people across the pond. I don't hear from nobody in America.
my reason why I think it's much better is because all of the humor I remember from Dawn of the Dead, everything that's kind of like schlock territory where the effects doesn't hold up and stuff like that, and they keep the image too long. They have removed most of that, so it actually goes a lot darker and a lot more serious.
Okay.
So that's why I liked it.
I probably will like that because I fucking hate Yawn of the Dead. That's what I call it. But whatever.
But I'm not a big fan of Dawn of the Dead at all. So
I like Day of the Dead. I like Night of the Living Dead.
Me too.
I'm a big fan of Dawn of the Dead. So there we go.
Right.
I guess that's why.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe I'm not cultured. But
we're all wired.
Dawn of the Dead.
We're all wired different, though, man.
Maybe that's what makes it fun, man. If we were all the same, it should be boring,
Hell yeah. But shit changes too, man. I can watch a movie 10 years from now that I fucking hated and then fall in love with the motherfucker, So pinkies up, bitches. Bunch of arty farties, Jalo lovers. Yeah, motherfucker.
He's just a sicko.
Yeah. Brad just wants the sleaze. He don't give a fuck about none of that other shit.
If you don't like Dracula 1931, I like the classics, man. The Draculas and Frankensteins and Bride of Frankenstein and all that shit. I bought the box sets. I got them up there.
Yeah.
On 4K, whatever. But you get past that, any deeper cuts than the classics like that. I was talking about 1930 cinema. That's going to be probably the extent of it. I haven't seen much else. I don't know when Nosferatu come out and that shit, but
that was 20.
I've only seen that once.
22, I think. What? Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like
1922.
all the classics, man.
And Haxon was 1922, and that motherfucker was banned in America. Haxon. I just found that shit out. Yeah, I love that movie. It's fucking great. It's a silent film, but the visuals are creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Rather hard guy. Great work put in all. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I'm passionate about this shit, man. I try. Honorable mention.
Brad already gave mine, man. Yeah, mine's gonna be Trauma.
I guess my honorable mention. I don't have it here with me. It's not gonna be this. I only brought this because it's necessary. You need to watch it. If you haven't seen it, it's necessary to complete the Three Mothers trilogy. You know, this has got some fucking gore galore, man, in this shit. But the way it ends is fucking weak as fuck. My honorable mention though would be Deep Red, probably.
And mine will be Oprah.
Opera, okay.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey.
Look, you're cultured.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Damn.
But yeah, man, I did enjoy going through these, man. Like, I've heard you guys talk about these movies for so long, and and you know when Brad originally asked me to be on this, whatever, you know, I said, well, hell, I need to watch some films because I've only seen a handful. I did enjoy going through them, man. Like I said, I'm glad to say I've now watched the majority of his filmography, at least up until I think he started falling off a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think he's a talented guy. I could definitely see why he had such a big fan base.
If you want to just watch every one of his films, I'd say go ahead and do it, but fucking stay away from the card player.
Brad has told me that because that release had a really cool looking cover on it. You know, you got the good looking girl with the cards everywhere. I'm a big poker player, and so that really I almost bought it just for the artwork. And Brad's like, dude, trust me to stay away from it. So I've never bought it. I never bought
hot garbage, man. It's fucking. I mean the killer's killing people on the fucking internet, you know, like live or whatever. But it's not showing nothing. It's not showing the fucking kills. It's not showing nothing. It's a fucking very lazy fucking way to out. I feel like how they did shit. Oh, Darren Burroughs, man. Hell yeah. Hey,
what's going on, man?
Appreciate it, man. Hell yeah. But let's see. Brad, my number one is Opera. I think is the best he's ever done. It was the height of his prime. The gore is great. I love the thing with the ravens and the peephole. Daria getting the bullet. Yeah, that's a fucking awesome shot, man. It really is.
Yeah,
fucking great. Yeah, I can't disagree with Opera either.
Yeah, and it's done physical on set also. It's
insane. I don't want to be the guy that, you know, because Suspiria is so fucking popular, but I think maybe going through all this shit, Suspiria is what started that shit for me with Dario Argento. When I first seen Suspiria, because I was just told by so many people, you got to see that shit. You got to see that shit. Then that's when I went down the rabbit hole and started watching all his shit. And then Tenebrae was my number one for a long, long time. And now I'm back to fucking Suspiria. I'm back to the fucking start. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe it'll change again, but
man. But y'all check out Dark Glasses. Let me know what y'all think. I'll be curious to see two Argento fans, you know, like you guys watching it and see what y'all think about it. Me going in is not really a fan either way. I enjoyed it.
I've seen it. I've seen Dark Glasses. It's kind of middle of the road. I didn't hate it.
Oh, you have seen it? Oh, you have seen it. Okay. I thought you said you didn't see it.
Yeah. No, but Gizmo hadn't seen it, but I watched it the other day. And I love how it started. That shit was cool as fuck. Like the first 20 minutes was fucking awesome. He does that shit a lot in a lot of his movies. I mean, that's something I forgot to mention about Suspiria. It's like I kind of went on a rant about it a minute ago, but it hits hard right out the gate, and then it kind of slows down a little bit. Then it fucking hits hard again. Like it does that shit throughout the whole movie. Certain different parts.
All right.
And just the imagery, man, is fucking just amazing to me. But you should check out Fulci Stellar Giallo, A Woman. Yeah, I got that, man. Woman in Lizard Skin's a fucking trip. Martino's more. He did a lot of like hippie type fucking shit going on, like a lot of acid tripping, shroom taking, fucking crazy dream like shit going on. He got in trouble. He they took his ass to court for one scene in that Woman in Lizard Skin. Scene involving some dogs. They thought that shit was real. They thought it was real dogs that were killed or whatever, maimed. But Darren, Dirk, I know you don't like Stendhal, but give it another watch. Yeah, man, I am gonna watch it again. That first experience, I think one of the main things is I didn't like is they reveal the killer too quick, But then, then there's another twist later. But I don't know. It kind of took it away from me a little bit because of that. But I'll give it another try, probably. The opening 20 minutes of Sleepless on the train is some of his. Yeah, man, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I still want to check out Sleepless, man. I might have to find just get a physical copy of it. I can't find it.
Yeah, you'll like that shit. I know you'll like that shit.
No.
Sleepless is that shit on the train is fucking awesome.
But, yeah, man, that was fun, man. You got some good information, man. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and check a couple of these out, try to finish up a few more that I still want to watch. But I feel like the three I came up with are definitely, as of today, my top three.
Yeah. Check out the Three Mothers trilogy, man. Like, you ever get a chance, just watch them in a row. Like, I suggest that to anybody.
Yeah.
It's a different experience when you watch them that way. But
bro,
they all three, though, if you think about it, though, all three of them end kind of like on a weird note. It's real abrupt how it ends. All three of those. But
that's right. Gizmo said he had a question for me at the end of the stream. What you got for me, Gizmo?
I will take the question after. I just, if you have this release, watch the interview here about Fulci, because Argento is talking about him, and it's funny because all the Italian directors are like, they are talking shit about each other all the time,
right.
And it's so funny because first he's talk shit about Fulci for like 2 minutes, and then after, when the ending of the interview, he's like talking. It feels like he's saying that Fulci was one of the greatest. So it's so weird to see him talk so much weird shit in that interview.
I think didn't Severin put that out of here? Wax Mass, isn't that a Severin release? Yeah.
So Argento's complimenting Fulci?
What?
Argento's complimenting Fulci on there? Yeah,
he's saying that because I don't remember who was the director of this. It was the special effects dude from one of Argento's earlier film, I think. From Demons, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I am. But he said that if Fulci had made that film, it would have made a lot of money and would have been a lot better. so it's fun. But he says that in the ending. So
yeah, because most of the interviews I've seen where they talk shit on each other. Man, all the Italian directors, they talk shit on each other. I've never seen no shit like that. You don't see that shit with American directors. They're all praising each other and shit, but not the Italian directors. They fucking like Umberto Lenzi. He's real fucking bad. He's like, I'm the one that, like fucking. To be honest though, Mario Bava, man, everybody needs to fucking thank that man. He's the one. Yeah.
But it starts off in this with the interview and saying that Fulci was he didn't look that good in the ending, and he says like, and he was saying that. I felt so poor for the guy because he was living in this kind of apartment just outside the city, yeah, he didn't have a good life. And I was just like, isn't that like half of the population on Earth? It's like he was living in an apartment outside of the city. That was the bad thing, because Argento probably has a mansion somewhere, you know.
Right,
But
right.
Probably a few of them.
yeah. But my question for Pops is, have you seen any other Jallies or I know you've seen Demons, but that's not a Jolly. But have you seen any other Italian films that you remember that you really liked?
I watched. I'm trying to remember the titles. I'm actually looking them up now. I watched everything in that first Forgotten Jolly set from Vinegar Syndrome. I have all the Forgotten Jolly sets from them right now. But I've only made it through the first box so far. And everything I watched in that first box, whatever, that's what actually inspired me to buy more. And I bought those sets from Arrow, which I hadn't dug into yet. I'm fixing to look up now and see what's in that first box. Brian or somebody in the chat can probably tell you. It's been a while since I've seen them, whatever. But that was really my introduction, probably, I would say. I've probably seen one or two here and there, but that was probably my really big introduction to it. And all those, Dirk, help me out here. It's that one that says, it's like got that long ass title, the 9 people, one is the killer, or some shit like that.
Oh, the killer, 9 seats. What is it?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. That's the one I did really enjoy that one.
You know what, Gizmo? The killer reserved 9 seats.
No, I don't think so. Where is that from?
Volume 1. I got it right here.
It's Arrow.
The killer is one of the 13. The killer is one of the 13. That's
yeah. I know
that. That was a good one.
I haven't seen that one. Shit, what the hell?
The police are blundering in the dark. That was a little bit weaker,
that's
but I enjoyed that one as well. Yeah.
That's the Vinegar Syndrome, huh?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the first Vinegar Syndrome box set that I got was the Forgotten Jolly Volume 1. And I made it through that box set, but I haven't made it through the other. I got the other 3 or 4 box sets sitting up there. I haven't watched yet.
The
other one and that set was Trauma, whatever. That's the first time I watched Trauma.
Right.
And all 3 of those were really enjoyable. That's what got me into. That's the reason why I bought Volume 2, which I hadn't watched yet. But those were better. I'm not going to say better than these Argento ones I watched, whatever. But it wasn't. I don't know. They were a little more subdued, I guess, than some of these Argento films. All the colors and all this shit, whatever, that kind of took me out of this a little bit. It was like it looks a little, to me, I don't want to offend nobody. It looks a little ridiculous in some scenes. It was a little over the top. These here were a little more subdued. I feel like you were watching a mystery movie. I kind of enjoy those more. I know there's 800 and something Jollies out there now or something like that. So I haven't
862, I think.
I ain't even scraped the surface of what I need to watch, but I'm still too new in the genre to really give my true opinion, whatever. But the ones I've watched so far, even some of these, whatever, I have enjoyed. And even though this isn't really this is more of a slasher to me, but yeah, that's the best answer I got for you. And if you were to name some other movies, I've watched movies on streams, with Johnny back in the day and with Brad and them, whatever. Some of those might have been Jollies. I just, I don't know. Demons is not really a Jolly, whatever. I mean, I know that was produced by Argento. But the ones I've watched, I say overall I've enjoyed.
I would think, since you have said through the stream now, you have said you like Demons 1 and 2. You have liked what was that? The two Evil Eyes.
Yeah, I enjoyed those.
Yeah, and there was one more, and all of those I look at as kind of Americanized Italian films, if that makes sense, where Italia really follow kind of a sort of American style dramaturgy, like the way you tell a story. And I would say that you have probably seen New York Ripper.
Yeah.
I got that Blue Underground. Yeah, I've watched that. I watched New York Ripper.
Yeah.
Okay, did you like that or?
So, oh yeah.
Yeah. Because
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. There's probably other movies that are Giallos that I just didn't know they were Giallos, I guess. Like I said, I'm so different genre, I guess. I don't know, but I've seen New York Ripper.
Ripper's more like a slasher, though, right? It is kind of a Giallo, too, though.
Yeah, it is a Giallo, but it's an Americanized Italian film, as I call them. Like, they are a little bit easier to follow the story and the characters and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, like a slasher. Darren says also the Going to Pieces documentary mentioned earlier is the best one on slasher films. A must watch in my opinion. Hell yeah,
Yeah, man.
Darren.
I'm not trying to look that up tonight, see if I can find it on streaming somewhere.
Yeah, Darren. He's on the Eurocult. I do the Eurocult with him.
Yeah.
And
okay.
He's got a head full of knowledge of Jolly and exploitation cinema.
Nice.
Brad says Sleepless was my honorable mention. The whole thing with the whore, murder, and midget. It's just a little slow after the badass train eye opening. Yeah. Yeah, Sleepless. It's a little slow, man.
The whore, murder, and midget.
Yeah.
In my mind, the first thing that popped in my mind was that girl from fucking Total Recall. Jumped up on the bar with a machine gun. That's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Is Four Flies on Grey Velvet any good? I like it the best out of the Animal trilogy.
Yeah, me too.
Out of the three Animal trilogy, out of those three movies, that was definitely my best out of those three, but it still wasn't even any danger of making my top three.
It's an acquired thing, man.
But don't ask me. Really, don't ask me. Ask one of these guys.
Yeah. If you're really into getting into Giallo, I suggest, yeah, man. But it's not his top tier. He wouldn't be in my top 5 Argentos, but it's still it's all right. That the end fucking scene is fucking awesome in that movie. Pox, if you need more documentary, I will see if I can find more.
Hey, yeah, man. Send me all you got. Yep.
Dirk get pops into some Sergio Martino. Oh, I'm into some Martino, man.
Man, he's trying to sell you to get me into some of it.
Oh, he's saying get pops. I read that shit wrong. My bad. Yeah, Martino's the shit, man. I like his shit a lot.
Maybe start with Hands of Steel.
It's gonna be. Well, he's seen Torso. Your Vice is a lot. Room is my favorite though.
Yeah, I've seen Torso. I really like Torso.
You'll like Edwidge Fenech. You'll like her when you watch Martino films. You put it that way.
Yeah.
Darren's a big fan.
Hands of Steel is a remake of, not a remake, but like a ripoff from Terminator and Over the Top with Stallone. And they have so many Mad Max also. It's a crazy ride, but it's really bad. No. But that's what makes it good.
I like Martino's Colors of the Dark and Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. Those are some good ones. I recommend.
No. Fucking over the top. There's a goddamn classic now. That's what we should be talking about. We need to build this train fucking over the top, man. That's goddamn classic shit right there. Come on.
Come on, Bob.
For a world of hurt, little man. Yeah, that's good shit right there. That shows the culture I am right there.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen that.
Oh man, that's a yearly watch for me. Love that movie.
Darren says Torso, Your Vice is a Locked Room, The House with Laughing Windows are must watches. And I
only seen Torso, man, but I'll check them out.
I haven't seen the last one there.
I still need to see The House with Laughing Windows.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I've heard of it.
I'll look at this filmography, man. I'll start digging into them. I probably own a few of them.
I don't suggest. I could tell you ones to stay away from though, like Suspicious Death of a Minor. I'm not a real big fan of that one.
But that's a classic, though. That's a classic.
It's okay, but you like it?
No. But I struggle with most of his films, to be honest. I don't hate them. Yeah, I don't hate them, but it's when he does Outside Jelly, then I think he does it kind of weak. Like he did that cannibal film. That's really that I think is a good cannibal film, but it's not the best, if you understand. It has so many weird choices. Mountain of Cannibal God, is it?
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I like it, but it's not like, it would have been better with another director.
The Last
Matinee. I was going to mention that, Brad. The Last Matinee. Sorry, Dirk. Yeah, that's the one that I watched that I really fucking liked. I got that one from, I don't remember the name of the company. I was fixing to go try to find it, but that's the one right there that I really fucking enjoyed.
I thought it was a fucking Italian. It's not?
No, it's like Portuguese or some shit.
Oh, really?
It's
okay.
Yeah.
I thought it, man, fooled me because it fucking plays like a giallo, you know?
Yeah, that's a solid flick right there. I really like that a lot. And on the disc, whatever, I want to say it wasn't Severn. Brad will probably tell me here in a minute. We put it down.
Here's the disc.
Yeah, that one right there. I got the same release.
Yeah, the Dark Star.
Yeah,
that's
Dark Star. There's a special feature on there that shows the entire movie that they're watching on the screen during that movie, during the last matinee. A movie they're watching, you can watch that whole movie as a special feature. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, Johnny told me to get that release instead of the Arrow.
Me too. That's where I got introduced at it, and we all did like a watch along through Discord or some shit like that. And I dug the shit out of it, man. It was a good one.
It's the Frankenstein movie.
Yeah.
New York Ripper is better than every Argento movie. Suck it all, you pinky raisers.
I love New York Ripper, so
I do too, man. I'm a bigger Fulci fan than
me too.
But I don't know that New York Ripper beats out fucking Suspiria, but you know, that's a debate for another day, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not Argento, but have y'all seen House with the Laughing Windows? No. Darren had mentioned that a minute ago. I still need to see that one. What have you done to Solange? Man. What have you done to the Schoolgirls in Peril? That's the school.
Well, I met Johnny up there at Orbit DVD last month or November. Yeah. The guy behind the counter was recommending some stuff, and that's one that the guy behind the counter that Orbit recommended. So I got that one. I haven't watched it yet, but I do own it from Arrow.
I don't never say that guy's name right. The director, his name is Massimo Dallamano. I think I always fuck his name up. But he died before he made the third film. It's a trilogy, and it's a subject matter. There's like a conspiracy about that shit, that people think that they fucking killed it because of the subject matter that's going on in the movie. But I like that one, and what have you done with your daughters? I forget. Is that how you say it? What have they done to your daughters?
Yeah, daughter. Yeah.
But I like both of those. There's a third one about wings of something. Fire. I can't remember. Wings of Fire or some shit. Solange for sure. Red Wings of Fear. That's it. And Black Belly of the Tarantula 2. Yeah. Oh yeah. Other than the opening, Suspiria sucks, Dirk. No, you just
he's just trying to get your ass. Yeah. He's stirring the shit pot.
Yeah. No, man. I gotta disagree, and I think most of the fucking world disagrees too. But Martino's best I've seen so far is Your Vice and Torso. Yeah, Your Vice is, to me, his best film, and then Torso would be his second. But
no.
But Suspiria, man. Give it another watch, Brad. Not the fucking remake either. I'm talking about the real one. You know?
He just rewatched the remake for the stream, actually, but
the remake ain't bad. I'm not shitting on it, but it's different. It's got the chick from 50 Shades of Grey and shit in it. That's kind of true.
Yeah.
Well,
it's 30 minutes for too long, I think, the remake. It's really
fucking
really
long. It does drag. That fucking ending is batshit insane. Kind of like almost batshit as fucking Mother of Tears. You know?
Yeah.
The way that shit ends. Mother of Tears is fucking gory and brutal as fuck. I watched Suspiria 5 times and sold my copy to you, Dirk. I'm done with it. You watched it 5 times, though. What does that say? You loved it 5 times. I like the Suspiria remake better. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh man,
you need to get a monitor, a chat monitor out there to take care of these fucking
sex
trolls out there in the chat. Like 6 months.
Yeah, man.
Well, man, this was a fun time, man. Like I feel like I learned a lot. I got some good recommendations.
There's still
got some documentaries to watch now. So
that's the thing about the Giallo rabbit hole, man. There's a ton to fucking find.
Yeah. One thing that I definitely cannot do is I cannot make a spreadsheet of all those 800 something Giallo films, because you know me, I start checking the bitches off for in 6 months I have all 800 of them. So one thing I will not do is make a spreadsheet. I don't need to know there's an exact number of how many of the fucking things are.
That would have been cool, Pops, if you had a whole wall with Giallos.
Yeah, Darren in the chat.
I can't do that.
Done that.
I can't do it.
He's Darren's come up with some lists of trying to find every Giallo made, and that is a fucking rabbit hole.
Well, that's what happened with my goddamn Screen Factory shit. I made a Screen Factory spreadsheet. When I found a deal on one, I'd buy it. And before you know it, I had 50% of them, give or take. And then I got close to 80% of them. I was like, fuck, I might as well get the rest of them. So that's how that shit works for me. Making lists is a dangerous thing to do in Pops Movie Dungeon. Costs me a lot of money. So,
there is
I still haven't did what I said I was going to do. I was going to get all the video nasties. I
got a video nasty list I've been working on, but I've only I think I bought the first 3 or 4, and I kind of got off of that. But I do have a list of them.
I got quite a few. I need to see how many I actually do have, because
there's actually quite a few on there that I already owned. That I didn't even know were video nasties, but
there is a book out there called something with Essential Giallos, longer title. I have it in the storage, but you have all the Giallos that was counted for back to 2018 or something. So that's why I know the number.
Yeah.
You got Italian Giallos. I mean, Spanish Giallos and shit.
Yeah, but they don't count as.
Yeah, I agree, Brad. The Shining does suck. You talking about the Stephen King version? It's fucking.
You guys heard it here, Brad. Dirk just said it.
Yeah, the Stephen King fucking made for TV. The Shining is hot fucking doo-doo water. Yeah, how dare you?
Well, guys, I'm going to have to get on out of here. My kids just popped in over there. I knew they were coming by, but I thought they weren't coming by till a little bit later. But they just are here in the other room. Right. So I'm going to go socialize a bit. Guys, I'm going to go in and jump off. You guys want to keep going, but I'm going to go in and jump off.
Okay.
But man, I had a blast, man. Thank you for having me on here, Dirk. And Gizmo, as always, man. I like getting on here and hearing all your movie knowledge, man. You're a pretty knowledgeable guy about all this stuff. So it's always a good time.
I appreciate you getting on, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. But I'll catch everybody soon, and everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. Most people have a long weekend anyway. I know I'm off on Monday, but I work for state government. I don't know if everybody has Monday off, but I'm off on Monday. But
yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all take care. I'll see y'all soon.
Take care,
man. Take it easy, man.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah, man.
So now we will sing.
Yeah. We'll start, humming some fucking goblin and shit.
Yeah. I had what was that? It was Wax Mask. You got the CD in here. Do you have a CD player?
I got Blu-ray player.
Yeah, you can play CDs from that, of course.
Yeah.
Have you seen Wax Mask?
Mm-mm.
No,
I haven't seen it. How old is it?
First 96, I believe, because Fulci died in 96, wasn't it? Or was it 97? 90. I don't remember, 96 or 97. Think if he made this film.
Who's that?
If Fulci was supposed to make this, think about how good it would have been if he did it.
And what year did it come out?
96 or 97.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of Fulci's later shit was kind of bad, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. I like A Cat in the Brain.
You did?
Yeah, I loved it. It's
Yeah, it's just a bunch of shit from a bunch of his shit. You know, like he just took shit from all his films.
Yeah, but I think it's actually because we had a really bad rumor that he did like Me Too before Me Too was a thing.
Oh,
And I believe it's kind of him showing the middle finger to all the actresses that has told shit about him behind his back.
okay. So he was doing a fuck you to the Me Too. Yeah,
That's what I think.
he was like fuck you.
What was the other film he made in the 90s? The 80s he did Devil's Honey and that Demoniac. And
I see Spicy asking after watching Cat of Nine Tails, should I go straight to Deep Red or check out Four Flies on Grey Velvet? I go to Deep Red, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not gonna go wrong with Deep Red. That's arguably a lot of people consider it's his best, you know. But
yeah, a lot of people. I think it's also had best score online everywhere. Like
it is definitely a true giallo, though. Definitely, it is like the definition of a fucking giallo.
Yeah, feels a little bit like Twin Peaks, also sometimes with cinematography.
Yeah, it's got some strange shit going on, and it's a Christmas film.
Yeah, that's true.
But Gizmo, how big is that glass, and what beer is it?
This one.
Yeah.
It's not beer. It's actually what you call it, lemonade with some.
I was wondering because I was like, I thought I didn't register. I seen you drinking beer, and I was just like, I don't know.
No, this is one of the few things I can drink, so it's
yeah,
it's good.
Okay, so lemonade
with citrus you put in it. So
okay, that sounds fucking awful, but I'll take your word for it. Puppet is creepy and Deep Red. Oh yeah, that fucking damn thing come out the fucking with the little cackling shit. That that's probably where they got that shit for Saw.
Yeah.
Billy the Puppet or whatever. Definitely come from Deep Red. I feel like.
And it's some of the same shots from Saw. Feels like it's taken from Deep Red.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I really like Argento. I think it was really fun to go and visit his films again.
Right.
And they don't feel that similar either. Only the 3 first Jelly films feels similar. While I do think Deep Red has some kind of flavor like Bird with the Crystal Plumage, but not overall. I think Deep Red is better.
Yeah, he's honed in his craft by the time.
Yeah, and also the budget.
Yeah,
it's a higher budget.
Some of that camera work in Deep Red is fucking insane.
Yeah. In Tenebrae and Deep Red, it's amazing camera work.
Yeah, Suspiria too, shit. But
yeah, of course. But that is most the lighting. But you also see some shots. I was thinking about it when I revisit Suspiria. It's almost like I feel Tarantino has taken some shots from Suspiria. If you look at when she is arriving,
like in Kill Bill.
Or in many of his films, actually in Pulp Fiction also, when they're out in the hallway and you almost don't see them in the side, Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta.
Yeah.
Okay. You have the same shot in Suspiria, and so it's.
Yeah, when you said that just now, Kill Bill just came through my head when, Uma Thurman's going around with that fucking sword and shit and certain hues of color shining on her and shit.
Yeah.
But
what was that movie? It's the Sex and Fury. That's a movie he have used a lot in Kill Bill.
What's going on, Anthony? He said, "What's up, Anthony?"
Hello. I don't see the chat any longer.
You don't?
No.
Well, man, I guess we'll get out of here. Shit. Unless you can think of anything else. I think we kind of wrapped up our 3. Kind of running out of shit to talk about.
Yeah, we could wrap up, and
that's cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, and appreciate everybody in the chat, and everybody tuning in to what we got to say about it. Our take on the 3 Argento. But
and it's fun to see Spice was that the Nick name? Spice something wrote on the chat sometime. He wrote me yesterday on my video, and I told him to check out this stream. So nice to see him drop by.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Him or she, I don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Okay. Yeah, like and subscribe to everybody, man. To 4K Tent Revival and Gizmo, and if you want to, Pops and me, and
And we will have a stream coming up. What WTF is it?
Yeah, we got a WTF coming up. I think Brad, I'm thinking he picked. He could tell me in the chat just to make sure if he's still watching. I think it's going to be Antichrist though, by Lars von Trier. I think that's the one he was going to go with, but like I said, I don't want to speak for him though. So, Darren said, "Have a good one." Yeah, man, you too, brother. And how is Fulci's Conquest and Murder Rock? Yeah, man, they're fucking trip. Conquest is. I love Conquest. Murder Rock's. It's funny, it's dated. It's definitely dated because of the it's kind of disco-ish with the fucking aerobics and shit going on. But it's fucking, it's silly. I can watch it though.
That's something I love in films. That will never get dated for me.
Well, the music and shit is kind of
music is something else.
Like, god damn. But Spicy, thanks guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. You too, man, or girl, or whoever, whatever.
Yeah, thank you for showing up.
I haven't picked anything yet. Still watching shit. Okay, all right. Well, that's like I said. I didn't want to speak for you. That was the last I heard. Contraband is underrated, Fulci. Yeah, it is. I'm watching the Argento cut of Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, man. Let me know how it is. I need to check it out because everybody keeps talking about it. So I guess that means I got to check it out.
Most of Fulci films are underrated, I think.
Yeah, Fulci, man, he's got some shit. He covers a lot of a range of shit. But
everybody's talking about Argento, but I think Fulci also should have praise.
Yeah. Right. I think I will say this: Fulci's writing, I believe, is better.
The writing,
than Argento's. Argento does have some plot holes and shit.
And I think that's the reason why Argento said that he wished that Fulci completed this film.
From what I understand, Argento paid for Fulci's funeral.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fulci was poor in the ending, so.
Yeah, it's kind of a sad deal.
Yeah, it was really sick during last.
Right. Well, man, I guess we're gonna get out of here, and everybody have a good one, and don't take any wooden nickels, and don't let 90-year-old prostitutes in your car.
See you next time.
Take it easy.